Okay, so next step is about reporting. Sorry, for reporting purpose. So we are just going to download that report server and then we can configure that one. We are, yeah, and then we see different. Uh, so report server. So in SQL, after SQL Server 2017, we have a separate exe need to download for reporting services. Previously, it was in the bundle of setup. Okay, SQL Server setup basically. Let's try to minimize. Okay. Mhm. So we are going to download reporting server for 2019. Okay. No, no, no. This Microsoft was this one. Where is that one? Exe file. So many settings. No. Oh, pop-up blocker. Happen.
If you type 2019 reporting server download, I got that link.
Maybe, yeah. Okay. Download report reporting.
SQL Server reporting 2019.
And it's security privileges, na? That's why it is not. It's a new server, na? See, I think it's blocked. Okay. Mhm. I think it is Chrome. Okay. Let's see with Chrome. Yes, started. Okay. So this is a new window we are getting here. Reporting server. So this is evaluation version basically. If we have a license, then it will automatically detect the license one here. Okay. Now next. Okay, let us accept this. So previously we have a installation with a standalone with SharePoint also. There's two options. Okay. Now we are getting single one, reporting services only. Okay. CTP 0.3. Okay, it's asking for configuration. Okay. So just we are going to close this. We are not going to configure. We will see how can we configure if already installed. Okay. Just close this one. And we have to open here that reporting service configuration manager. Okay. See here. This is a there are two tools in SQL Server for reporting. This is reporting configuration manager, or for SQL Server configuration manager. Okay. So this window we can connect the server name. Okay, where we are going to create a report server databases. Okay, basically. So not on locally, we can create anywhere in the network. So we can find here and we can connect the database and then we can connect. Okay. So hmm, this is a local server. Okay. Now we are going to connect this connected. Okay. Evaluation version, instance ID version, and report status is started. Okay. Now we have to configure a service account, which service account we are going to run this reporting services service basically. So task manager services.msc and SQL server. Okay, SQL server reporting services. See. So here we are able to see that this is running on local host network services, NT services. See here. Okay, so we can modify this as per our requirement. We can pass your domain account. Okay, and then we can pass the password and all. Okay, the best practices. Next we are running just local account here, network. Okay. Da, da, da. Where's that window? Not able to move. Right. Let's, yeah, apply. So we selected the service account. If we have domain account, we can pass here. Okay, domain account and password, and then we can apply. We are going with the anti services. Apply this. So it will starting all these services, restarting all the services after implementation. These are the web services basically. So we can define web's virtual directory name as per our desire, port number. Okay. And if you are going for SL certificate, then we can just go to advanced and then we can create that. This is the URL for that reports. Okay. Next, it's getting virtual directory for that report server. Basically.
Can you go to the first screen, what we have done there?
First screen just to be connected the server basically, where we have to connect the data reporting services databases basically. Okay.
It is already say started reporting service that is started.
Okay. This is connection. See, connect. So where we have to configure means the destination server where we are going
Mm.
to deploy our report server databases basically. We have a
Okay.
XYZ server or ABCD servers. So we have to provide that server name or host name, and then we have to connect that server. Okay. So just we have to find here, need to search that server and then we can connect. Here we have only one server. So by default detecting the local one. Okay. And we can connect this system.
Acha,
See here.
up till
Mhm,
now, before
mhm.
this configuration manager, we installed reporting manager. So what activity it has done?
That reports our ex just create just created a services only.
Just
See
created
the service.
services on local server, है ना?
Yes, see this one. That exe created a service on service account services here, nothing else. And this configuration tool. There are two things happen after installing that reporting services. One is service
Mhm.
created. Second one is this tool is installed. Reporting service configuration manager only. Okay.
Okay.
Now for
Now,
implementing,
mhm,
yeah, go
mhm,
ahead.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, after installing that, now what is the next step we are expecting?
After installing, we have to next step is that we have to open that reporting server configuration manager,
Mhm.
and then we have to connect the destination database server where we have to keep a data reporting server databases. Basically, report server is creating two databases for a reporting purpose. That that database contains that report server details like subscriptions, what are different type of data set, what are different type of databases, what are the files, URLs, and all. So see, there is different stages here while we configuring reporting services. Now, first we have connected the database server. Then now after 2016, reporting server is creating one virtual instance, okay, for their internal use. So this is a virtual instance named as SSRS. Okay, previously we are not creating that one, but it's a virtual
Okay.
instance. Okay, then reporting services version and editions here. Evaluation version, uh, that's a version name, and the reporting services database we have not created yet. The
Acha,
database.
before that,
Mhm,
sorry to
mhm.
interrupt. Before that, what is the purpose of reporting server?
Yeah,
What is the
reporting
use of
server.
that?
Yeah, reporting server. Okay, so report server is that basically when in .NET application, uh, uh, we have a .NET application, okay, or let's say CRM, okay. So in CRM, what happened? Every day we prepare report. How many calls connected to the customer? How many users are connected? How many calls done or missed? So we have to create a report. So for report, user can create a procedure, function, or we can say the views or select a statement to getting that details from that databases. So that report visualize on report server basically. This is a
Okay, you mean to
basically a
say
BI
it
file.
includes a dashboard as well, and it
Yes,
displays everything,
dashboard. We can create dashboards
all the
and all.
reporting part. Okay, fine.
Yes, yes. Like we can see, I can see that. Let's now open my PPT. Ta-ta, SSRS. So this is an SSRS and this is a simple report. I think something published here. I can go through the PPT all after configuring the reporting service. Okay, let me configure that one so you can see that PPT one by one. Okay,
Okay.
yeah. Okay, so we have created service account here on network services. Then we have created a URL for reports. This URL is that. Okay, so we can open here. Now it is asking for user ID password because now we have not set it up. Sorry, all these things. Okay, so cancel that one. We can refresh later. Okay, just hold a minute. Sorry. Okay, so we have to configure this first. Okay, and then we go step by step. Now the next step we have created that URL for that report. reports. Okay, so all reports deploy here. This is a virtual directory basically on IS. Next is now we have to create the database basically first. We don't have database. See here on this database server, we don't have any report server. See, okay. Now when we create this, so here current database server, we don't have any database server and mode. Okay, just change database. Now we are going to create new report server databases. Okay, if exist, we can choose this one, but we have a phrase. So go to the new, where we have to create the database basically. So we have to just select the database name here, that's this server. Now account, we can use SQL account or integrated account. So we can go with the integrated account, that is window account. Test successfully means we are ready to create database, able to create the databases. Now the database name, report server name, by default this is one. We can modify as per our requirement, but by default everyone leave it at report server. Okay, this is a native mode, not in SharePoint mode. Native mode direct SQL connectivity, not from the SharePoint. Okay, there is a SharePoint mode also here. And now this is for your database reports. Okay, and these are details what we are going to configure where the database is. Okay, so there are two databases created here, report server, report temp db. Not generating script, and we can refresh here, we can get two databases here, report server and report temp db. So report db has all the data basically on about the reports, basically subscriptions, schedules, data sets, history, events. Okay, so these are the main tables about the reports. Okay, when we do troubleshooting now, we have to just check in the tables basically. Okay, upgrade info, subscription, how many subscription, snapshot data and all we can get from here data. So it's completed successfully. Okay, now this is web portal URL. So you can customize that, or by default is reports. So all reports here, and the previous one is report data. See, this is report server means about the report report server details. It is you have get here folders, but the report deploy here the reports only. Okay, this is a simple URL. For email subscription, if we create a database mail, then we can map here. Okay, SMTP server, we have to provide the SMTP server ID and password and all these things to authenticate that one. If we have a SMTP server, else we can use the Google one, Gmail account. Okay, later on we can check that one if we get that database mail. Okay, this is account to execute. This is like a proxy account, but we don't require this one. This is a main encryption key. Okay, we have to take a backup of encryption key basically because this key has all the settings about the servers inside that what we have configured it. Okay, so we can take a backup first, whatever made us set changes here, we can take a backup and keep at a safe location. Okay, anywhere like uh, SSRS. Okay, and you can keep a password also. This is password protected. Okay, it's done. About the subscription setting, so either but that is file sharing account we can provide here, else we don't require scalability. Sorry, scale out, we are not going to scale out because we have to join multiple reporting services to scale up and down. Basically, if when any data get fail over, then we can use that active one. This is for Power BI, a cloud. So we can map here for Power BI cloud integration. Okay, so these are the settings we do for reporting services, and then we can exit here. That's it for reporting SSRS basically.
What was the purpose of encryption key there?
Encryption key is keeping all your settings. If anything goes wrong, we can just restore that key and server come up after that. Nothing
Okay.
else. We have taken backup of this, so we can just when report server crash, so we can restore that backup only. That we can say that SSRS here. We can just step is that we just connect this server and directly come to this encryption key, and then we have a restore option. Or if you want to change, then you can change that settings or delete that encryption key. So this is for safer side. We can take a backup and then we can implement that all these things. Basically, it is done by developer, or we can say that data center. But DBA can perform sometimes troubleshooting and all. Couple of calls come to me basically to do a reporting services troubleshooting and all. So I know about this. How can we do that? But DBA, this is not in DBA role basically. Very few calls coming. Okay. So this is about reporting services. So reporting services are two databases: report server and report temp Okay. There are components, many components in report server basically. So uh, uh, mm, I can share you this PPT basically. Okay. I cannot going to read all these things. Component means here. Okay. Let's see. So there are different tools here: report viewer, report builder, and report designer. So we need to install that. Previously, we have BIDS, Business Intelligence Development System Studio. We can say that. Now we have a SSDT, SQL Server Data Tool. Okay, we have to just download that, and we can just create that reports like some dashboards. So we have to just integrate all these things. So they have a designer and their viewer also on SSDT. This is the flow of that SSRS. Basically, we send a request, end user send request to the SQL Server reporting services, then retrieve data from the SQL Server data source. Whatever we can make a Oracle, we have any RDBMS we can use as a data source. Okay, and fetch report from SSRS and send to the end user. This is the basically architecture of report server, how it's work. Same like that, we have designer and report manager, report builder, and then data source. So we have to just map that one, and then we can check reports basically. I will show you demo. I think we have to just install that one also. Okay. Because this is part of different like this studio. Okay, SSDT. We have to just install this one also. So we'll do that tomorrow basically. Install it tomorrow. So anything else about your SSRS? Any question?
The link which you showed in between, that is the GUI for that SSRS. Can you hear me?
He's on hold.
Can you hear me? Hello.
Hello?
It seems he's on hold.
Oh. No. Okay. I just go get call from the data center basically. One
Hello.
application is
Hello.
go.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gopal, you're audible.
It's
Me
okay.
too. I think.
What I'm
Yeah.
asking
Go.
is the link which you shared in between, right, for SSRS, is that the GUI link to view? While setup,
Which
there
link?
was you showing
Just
one
a
link.
minute. No, where the link? I am not.
Oh, no, while setting up, you were showing one
The
link, right?
yeah, the report server
Report
URL.
server link, report server URL.
How to find that?
When you did the configuration, there is a URL, right? You connected to an.
Yeah, let me. Which one that is set up in report server configuration manager? You are saying?
Yes, yes.
Yes, there you know after deploying there was a
Yeah, this is
URL.
the
Yeah,
URL.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Correct. This
So
one.
how to get this URL?
yeah. This is here. We are just let go to a step by step again. Let come to the reporting manager. Okay. So in starting, see the web services URL. Okay, and a web portal URL. Two things we have to just configure as per our desire. Okay. So here it is report server. Okay, this is a virtual directory. It will create virtual directory and keeping all the reports inside that. Okay, we can customize this one as per our port number and all, or we
Okay.
can just type here reports or as per our daily reports. We can say that this is editable. See, so this is a report server web URL, or this is for our reports URL. So whatever we have a reports na, that will publish there. I have change here. Okay, and the other one is here. Yeah, this one. So this is reports basically. So all reports come here.
So can we publish a sample report and just see
Yes,
the
yes, yes,
in
yes, yes. At the end, we can do this is a part of we can say that here in that ETL services. Okay, because it's a part of
Okay.
extract, transform, and load. So we have to just create a table. We have to just pass that query in SSDT, and then we have to visualize. We have just GUI part. We have just get a drag and drop facilities there. Okay, so we can create tables, rows, matrix like a pivot chart, and then we have to publish from there. That is we need for that SSDT, this one, this tool. So this will useful for that SSRS and ETL also. Okay, that is SSIS. See, this is a SSIS. So we'll do both SSRS and SSIS demo in this class.
Okay.
Yeah. So just I introduced because we are saying about a standalone reporting services, no? Standalone, not in cluster. So that's why I installed today or nothing else. I will download this one and then we can configure that report and publish that on the server. Basically, this is a URL. When we publish from that SSDT, that will deploy here. Means this URL. No. Yeah, this URL. Yeah, here. Local server and report server. So we get here couple of folders like data set, reports, subscriptions, and report manager. Okay, that will come here. Anything else we can I can explain here, or we can discuss in the last class in ETL.
Okay. Yeah, let's move forward.
Okay, so we have checked that now we have going forward for database storage or new data designing basically. Okay, so we see the best practices here, like let's say we have a new application coming in going to live, or we need require to new databases. So for that let me open a notepad or paint. Okay. So I think this is screen visible to you all, paint. Okay, so now let's see, we have a new databases, so we have not much diagram here. Let's say this is a database. Okay, so for new databases, this is a container basically. Okay, we have to keep data files or log files separately. So we need we can say that drive mount point. Okay, data file and log file. We can more. create multiple data files as per our requirement simply, but log file simply single one that by default. And the best practices is that sorry. Mm, okay. Now the data file has some pages basically. Okay, pages means where we are keeping the data pages. Okay, data pages, index pages, BCM and all. So we are discussing here for data pages only. Okay, so data page size is 8 KB by default. Okay, and we have a data pages or index pages. So there's a two type of extend here in SQL Server: uniform in extend and mixed extend. Mixed extend means that we have a index pages or data pages. That is mixed extend. Or uniform means only the data pages only. So that is um, basically it is a architecture of data file keeping. That is database, data file, and then we have multiple data files, and then we have a data pages and index pages. So like that, we keeping a data inside that drive. So this is the physical or these are logical. Okay. So the page size of data is 8 KB, and 8 consecutive data pages makes a extend. That is 64 KB of size of one extend. Okay. That is our architecture of databases basically. So first is databases, data files, and then data pages. Or pages, continuous pages makes a extend basically. So extend and pages do two different things. This is a container only that is keeping that data and nothing else. Hmm. How can elaborate more on that? Basically, we can see notepad or we can check that one PPT here diagram like new features not this. So basically about this database new architecture database we have, when we create a data we have a data files, and data files have a pages basically. Okay, and pages size is only 8 KB, 8 KB of one page, and 64 KB of one extent basically. Okay, we can see that pages basically how can we explain here pages means uh, one like one notebook page, we can say that one notebook page. So we have a header, we have a endpoint. Okay, the exit or next page we can write that. So like that, that is we are writing a data one row by row basically. So that is architecture of that database files and database architecture internally.
And how are table and index pages different?
Basically SQL Server, index is a two part. Okay, two type of index in SQL Server: cluster and non-cluster. Okay, so
Okay.
cluster index physically write on a disk. So that's why we have a index pages or data pages. The actual data reside in a table. That is we are getting row, column, that type. So we have a table. So table has a pages, that is data pages, and beside that we have a index pages for index when we create an index like on primary key. So we have a cluster index. So cluster index has this separate page, that is index page, we can say that.
What is the difference between cluster and non-cluster index?
Cluster index, that is uniquely identify, and this is only one index per table. That is by default created on primary key. Okay, but non-cluster, that is also unique, but we can create on non-primary key indexes, other rows, other columns. Or we can say that uh, mm, mm, uh, what can I say, that is non-cluster means we can say that that is not uniquely identified, or we can use on non-primary key tables, primary key columns. Or we have a different type of means we can create only one primary key, but we can create more than 249, sorry, triple. Now we can create triple line non-cluster indexes. Let's take example. If we have a multiple rows in a table, see, this is a one table. Now come to this point, and we have a DBA table. Okay, DB table. So we can see this a column. Okay, so now this is a character we have. Okay, and we have email ID. So we can create here non-cluster indexes because we don't have any key. Okay, if you create a primary key, then we that by default we get a cluster indexes here default. Like let's an example. Let's create here. Let's table, right click and table here, and let's see int, or we can say that, yeah, in sorry, uh SID. SID type we can say here int, integer, and then we have a name. Then we can say varchar 10 max. Yeah, this is not allow null, or we can say phone number, that is number we can say, or int we can check. Let's see. Sorry, where is int? Int. And next we are going for address. Okay, and we are taking varchar 30. Here we can see the property here, this column property. Okay, here is a seeding. Okay, if we are going to enable this as a set as a primary key, we have to modify here, or we can create a seeding also. How can it will increase one by one by two, or see the incremental one starting from 1, so we can start from 100. Sorry. Okay, so the primary key start from 100, 101, 103. We can check that one also, like we are going to increase by 2, incremental by 2, and then we can save that. So by default it will create cluster index when we implemented primary key. Okay, if you not implement primary key, we can use that seeding also, or increment by 1 or 2, whatever, but we can create non-cluster on that one. Let's save this table first as table 1. Done. Let's refresh here. Now we can see here by default cluster index. See, clear now?
Yeah, and both are row store indexes, right?
Yes.
Not column store, no?
No, column
It's
store
row store.
in, yes, column store in, we can say that in BI part, that is SSS, we have a
Okay.
column store index in SQL Server 2016 introduced column store indexes.
So
So we can
both are
store
normal
column.
column store, row store, B tree,
Mhm.
tree indexes,
B
no?
tree, yeah, B tree, B
Okay.
tree index,
Okay.
yes, yeah, B tree
Fine.
indexes. So SQL Server has SQL Server has two type of indexes. One is cluster, second is non-cluster. So we can create non as cluster index on phone or address as per requirement, or we can create filter indexes, covering indexes, what that per requirement. Okay. So there is restrictions is that only one primary key per table or triple line non-cluster indexes we can create. This is the features in SQL Server basically. So it is simply simple architecture of that database new creation. Or as per best practices, you can see I've already told that if you are going for cluster example, if you are going for cluster database configuration, then we have to keep uh, data file in different drive like D drive, log files in L drive, quorum disk in Q, sorry, Q, MSDTC, MSDTC for M. Next is backup in R drive, system DBs, sorry, in S drive, except temp DB. Okay, temp DB we keep different temp DB in T drive for performance. Okay, so this is for architecture for new databases we create as for best practices. C drive or B drive, that is Windows. We are not discussing about that because we are going to implement database. So we think after that D and D to Z. Okay. So whatever we have a free uh, name, we can provide assigned to the database server.
What is
Basically,
MSDTC?
MSDTC used for Microsoft Data Coordinator, transition coordinator. Basically, when we implement that clustering, that service need to be implemented. By default it come with failover cluster manager when we configure that one. So it will services basically that will coordinate with that SQL server to allow read that data from the network storage.
Okay, so you mean SQL Server cluster services it is.
Yes, cluster services.
And a quorum disk is also required only in cluster, na?
Yes, cluster, because
Okay, okay.
it will help in failover. There are type of
In
node
heartbeat.
hardware. Yeah, that is node majority, we can say that file majority, disk majority, like that. That is, I think you have heard about in rack. I think you have configured now Oracle.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah. So that is, this is a basically, and I already told that in data file we have a data file, MDF file, then data pages. Okay, and pages makes an extent. Okay, extends. Yeah. So pages is size of 8 KB simply, and extent is 64 because 8 consecutive pages makes an extent. Okay, 64 KB. This is a size. Okay, or data file support up to 2 TB in SQL Server max. Sorry, 2 TB.
So if a database is greater than 2 TB, then
We have to make a partition. Sorry, no,
oh,
sorry. No. 5 to, sorry, my mistake. 524 PB. No, it's more like PB. Sorry, petabyte. Sorry,
oh,
sorry.
okay.
Sorry. And in Express, there's limitation. Express edition. This is for a standard enterprise. Express edition, we have a 10 GB of data file, not more than that. We have to create new databases then. Okay. This is the limitation. This is a free version, agentless basically. We don't have any agent on Express edition. We get only database engine only. Okay. This is a totally free version. Okay. This is a free version. And rest, what else here? Okay. So any question on second day? Let's discuss that one.
What is Windows level service level security? What was that?
Yeah. So Windows level security means that domain policies, and we can say that we are not going to allow any window account to log into databases. Basically, one account that we can disable that one, that is by default admin account. See here at the time of installation. So this is a security basically. No, here, this account. So best practice is that we can disable this Windows account, admin account, or also from that here also. We are not keeping any admin account. We can disable that one. Only server admin, one login or group, not particular user, but only one group here to look into the database Windows side only. Okay, that is not integrated with SQL Server anywhere. So this is a part of SQL Server hardening. Not a single Windows user account can log into databases. Okay, and then service level securities means that we are not allowing that any different account user that have a permission on SQL Server. Basically, we ask domain admin to create a SQL service account with read write permission. By using that account, we can run SQL Server services, and that user should not map in SQL Server anywhere. We will not use that user account in any SQL logins basically. Next, any other question?
Okay.
Yeah, fine.
So I think day one, day two, we have cleared. Okay. Basically, we have touched all these things. If anything missing, please let me know. We can catch or we can discuss later. Okay. Next is about database. Before going to database, we can say that agent. Now we can see that database maintenance basically. Okay. So database maintenance is very a long module because we have to take a backup, we have to restore, create a plan, maintenance plan and all. I can just overview here, simple.
Yeah, it's a lengthy portion here, na? All
Yeah,
the scenarios. Huh?
yes, yes, too
Yeah,
many things basically.
in this
Backup
we'll
and
do
recovery
the
too many.
practical as well with you, है ना? Along
Yes,
with
yes, yes, yes. So here is backup data management, okay, and we have maintenance plan. See, so in maintenance plan, there are too many topics inside that. Just let me open that one. Just showing. Okay, just we have to agent. Okay, enable that one. So I think we have to just cover first agent. Let me start. This is already disabled. Okay, that dependent services and agent. Okay, so now we can refresh this one and go to the data management and explore that. So it is tool. Now we have a several topics to do here. See, pointer, just a pointer, there's a cursor. Not we cannot not no will not discuss, but we have already do all this practical. That is backup task, cleanup task, execute SQL statement, history cleanup, maintenance cleanup, notification operators, rebuild indexes, reorganize, shrink database, and update statistics. This is a part of performance in last four. And rest is for backup and recovery.
this has
So
come via new management plan,
yes,
maintenance plan, new
yes, yes.
maintenance
Every,
plan.
every new maintenance plan, when you create for new maintenance plan, you get this tool.
You have started one of the service. Okay, this SQL
No, no,
man
this is dependent services
agent.
because
Huh.
yeah,
So
this
I'm
is because
starting that service,
mhm,
agent service. Okay.
yes, because this is dependent because we are if you are going to implement anything, na, it will show here totally because this is the only tool. Okay, whatever we create, na anything that will reflect here. Means schedule backup job, schedule rebuild indexes, schedule any TSQL command for fetching data and sending to the end user. So before implementing any reports, na, we have to just work on database mail also. This. So you have to configure this database mail also. So database mail, I think I have not kept a PPT here, but I can just brief here database mail. Okay. Let's database mail, just we can say a postman. Okay. Postman of SQL Server. It is sending your reports at the scheduled time. Okay. So we need a SMTP server ID and password to configure this. Okay. This is a window. How can we create that? This is a setup. First time setup. We are going to set up here database mail. Just provide the profile name, means which I can identify. This profile is going to suit this type of emails. Okay. So let's layer. We can see a DB alerts. Okay. Then we have to add or configure that database mail account, of which account we are going to send an email to the end user or our entire team basically. So we have SMTP port by default 25, but every mail has on different UDP port basically 456, 487 like that. Then we have to just provide this authentication mode here, that username and password, and then we have to hit OK basically. So let's an example. I'm creating just a Gmail account, but I think it will not go. Mm, let's see. Let's see, sales. Okay. Ta, 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 ta. And then mail account is just Gmail. Display name DB admin. So via this display name you can get email. Okay. Not reply server. I think smtp dot gmail or something like dot smtp dot gmail.com, and the port, sorry, SSL is 465. Let me check on Google. Okay, and then we have to pass here the password. I think the password is, I forget, but let's see. Can okay, hit next. Password mismatch. Okay, so I can pass any password fill right now. We'll check later with different account. Okay, hit next. This is default. Okay, and this is the setup parameters, how the length of that email or attachment, or we can say the files we can send here. This is, we can customize that one also, or we can also ask the server email admin basically to customize from there also, to provide permission to send a 25 MB of file or 20 MB of file like that. So it is cleared successfully, but it will not send email because it is not we can say that trusted, or we cannot authenticated on database mail. So let's send the email. Okay, and we get an error. Okay, send email, hit OK, and let's see the log here. Log is here. We'll get another alert here or log here after some time. See, okay, sending fail because we are not authenticating the database server, sorry, mail server. So if you provide proper detail in that email setting, the mail will definitely go to the end user. This is for database mail basically. I can create a different account basically for testing, Gmail account or other one, and then we can test it finally basically. Yeah. Yeah. Any question on database mail? Or if you have account, then you can test here. Just to we have to just customize that the setting here. We can go to the database mail configuration and we can customize that. Just we have to pass that email ID and password. To view and change, and then you provide the detail here. Yeah, Monu and Gopal.
Yeah,
Hello.
right.
Yeah.
So basically we need this account basically, okay, because Gmail account I not trust basically. They will changing the port number, na? So I don't think This is trusted. So if you have official account or something like that, now we can just pass here email ID, and then here the main, this SMTP account. Okay, this port number and that server name and all.
Now, for now, we can just test using, on this server, you can test using Gmail SMTP.
Okay. Okay, I can create one account. Okay, because I forgot this account password. This is my personal account. Okay, so I'm not using
Okay, okay.
demo, and really I not remember this time. Okay, so I will
Mhm.
create today a different account, and we can finally test that one. Okay,
Okay.
yeah. So this is the process basically. I'm showing that this process we can implement here. We can just pass that email ID and password and authenticate, and it will send. Okay, this is about the database mail only. Tomorrow we will touch maintenance plan and database agent. This is for totally automations and maintenance basically. Okay. How can we maintain the databases, the sizes and alerts? So we can create alerts and all. See here. We can create. If we create that agent, then we can create an alerts here. The
So
CPU test and
alerts we
memory
can create at local DB level.
that
How
is
can
server
we
level.
create? Yeah, only
Yeah.
that's server specific. Let's say we have 20 SQL servers running, different instances. So, is there any way how can we create a group alert on all of them?
Yeah, there is a CMS. Okay, in
Hmm?
SQL Server, there is a CMS. We have a facilities in CMS, centralized management system. Okay, so we
Okay.
have to map all our servers in that CMS, and then we
Mhm.
configure CMS. And on CMS, we can send an alerts like one simple
So, is it
example I
a
can provide.
licensed tool or free tool?
It's a free tool basically. It is
Oh,
introduced in 2012 basically CMS.
okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so I can show you here. See this centralized management server. Okay, CMS.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
we have to map all the server here. See, server ID name and password, and then we can hit OK. And
Can you
yeah,
specify the
let
server name, local server name here?
yeah. See, test connection. Oh, it is not authenticated. Okay, this is checking a different one. Let's window account.
Windows Auto. Yeah.
Test, yeah, test OK, and then save this one. So we get here the list of servers here. On top of this, we have to create a PowerShell script or something like TLSQL, and then we can
Mhm.
implement that. Nothing else. So that is a different tool, but basically simply they are using third party tool basically. Too many customer is using third party tool.
Okay. Okay. But from here also we can do it. No?
Yes, centralized. If you
Only
want
thing
to
is.
monitor, yeah, if you
Mhm.
want to monitor any server, 10 servers at a time, okay,
Mhm.
just right click or yeah, just go to here and we can just pass sp who2. It will execute on all servers.
And using PowerShell, then we
Yeah,
need to,
partially different. Yeah, partially different. Yeah, you can use PowerShell, or you can check that. Select. You want to check the database size.
So
Okay, select.
central management server is not a GUI tool.
No.
Okay, it's just PowerShell only.
Yeah, PowerShell. We can implement that, or you can automate that one. Okay, and we have a SCOM, Microsoft SCOM System Center. Okay,
Hmm.
systems system monitoring center. Okay, so that is
Hmm.
also a third party tool of Microsoft that we can also integrate like CMS,
That is a
and we
paid
can
tool. No?
yeah, free for I think yeah 45 days, but unlimited of 10 or 10 to 12 servers we can add. Okay, for
Mhm.
testing purpose, not more than that. Okay, there's
Okay, okay.
limitations in SCOM.
Mhm.
Yeah. So this is
Okay.
basically this is a part of DB how we can fast work your fast, and we can also create here local server groups like QA development or production. So you can create here a server group, and then you can register there like we can say development, and we can add here all development servers. Register new server, and then account settings, test, and then save.
What is the benefit of this?
This you can click here and you can execute a query if you're going to fetch any reports for all the
So it
servers.
will
Like
execute query on all development servers.
yes, all developments. Or like we can say that I'm going to check that disk utilization. So extended event is extended XP disk drive. I think so. Disk. Disk drive or disk space, I think. Disk space. Is old one extended events? No, it's not taking disk space or disk disk drive. Disk drive not taking.
That is SP or XP?
XP extended event. This is XP extended event. Let's see. I'm not using very frequently this disk
Okay, this is
drive.
used in local service only, yeah?
Yeah,
Not in query.
SQLs. Not in query. Yeah. No, no, this is taking different one. Yeah, disk drive, I think. So you can say it. Select from. Mm,
So
let's
Shailesh,
see.
if I don't want
Uh-huh.
to use the SCOM, can we set up all like monitoring alerting using this from here?
Yes, yes. Log
But
space.
we need to, it's a script based. It's not
Yeah.
GUI.
This is not Geo. Yeah,
It
CMS. Yeah,
is similar to manual monitoring.
Manual monitoring.
Yeah.
yeah.
What is the alternative for SCOM, Shailesh?
Is there any
SCOM.
open
Free,
source or
free,
freeware
freeware thing.
available which
Yeah,
SQL Server uses
yeah.
normally in
Solar wind is
companies?
yeah. So yeah, solar wind
That is
is
also
also
paid, no?
no little bit up to 5 servers. They have a license for adding servers basically.
Yeah, no. So any open source,
Open source. I think I don't have any. Think fog. I think Foglight is also in market, but very long time
all are
we have
paid,
not
no?
used. Yeah, free for that is Spotlight for 1 month. That is evaluation time. Every one
One
month
month.
you have to just reconfigure a Spotlight.
That is
Yeah,
not
this one.
recommendable, no, in enterprise
Yes.
environments. So,
Yes. I think a Spotlight. Quest a Spotlight. Sorry,
And from
Quest.
Microsoft is only SCOM or there are different options in Microsoft also for SQL Server
like if
monitoring
you see
Uh,
alert.
in Oracle, they have provided a free tool, their monitoring tool.
OEM.
So yeah, OEM. If you have enterprise license on databases, so it's free.
No, so basically in SQL Server they are provided by default some reports. See here, SQL Server reports. We'll see in monitoring part. This is by default reports here. What? But this is database
So
level.
yeah,
This is server
but
level.
this
Server
is
level.
but this is local server level, not
Yes.
not a group of all DBs. We
Yes.
cannot collect
No,
the report.
there's a CMS only. This is CMS only. Or you have to
Okay,
just
but
create an ETL packages and you have to just click monitoring. That is like implement SSRS and SSIS integration, and then you can implement that one.
Any GUI form of central management service?
No, I think I have to just research basically because this is introduced in 2008. I think R2. Okay. After
okay.
that, anywhere I have not seen that. No, I have not implemented also. Okay. Just introduced
Okay.
in market, but I think no one is using this one. Now we have a
Just
Yeah.
PowerShell.
check,
Then
check,
yeah.
if somebody is using, just for the
Yeah.
information sake.
I'll ask my group basically. Okay, DBA
Mhm.
group. If anyone using
Like
that.
if you have like 200 SQL instances, mix of standard enterprise, and you need to set up monitoring alerting, and you don't have that, you can buy the SCOM. What is the other alternative way
Yes.
for
Because
that?
this central
Basically, we
management
have this
system,
native tool
lots of
basically.
effort we have to give, writing all the scripts and all.
Yes. Yeah.
So if any
And
GUI drag and drop or
yeah.
some similar thing, if we have,
And
then
as a
it will.
DBA, you want your full control there, right? SCOM is again, it will be
Mm.
Windows, Steam, and oh, so you don't have the full control over there.
Yeah. That's right.
Hmm.
You're
As a
right.
DBA, how you want to monitor everything, anything, any options within the SQL Server or anything plugin we do, or any other tool, even from Microsoft, which may be free with enterprise only, not in standard or something which we are not aware.
No,
Can you
Writing
monitoring
monitor?
tool not
PowerShell.
require any addition basically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Uh, Monitoring tool
No,
will not require any addition. It will monitor all the instances basically. Express, web edition, standard is evaluation version, whatever.
yeah. Yeah, but just check if there is an open source or freeware.
Yeah, last time I checked at 24 by 7, I think 24 by 7 site, I think 24 by 7 site 24 by 7, I think so. Site 24 by 7. Yeah, this one. And this will also free of cost. Okay, monitoring. Here it is showing. What is thing trial? Why? It's free of cost basically.
Plans and pricing is there, no? And top.
Mm-hmm.
If you click there, you'll
Yeah.
get that.
Okay. So here is free plan. Okay, up to five. See, every is providing up to five basically. Okay. Yeah, up to five servers.
See, writing
Oh, it's many.
PowerShell or writing Python code, it's
Yeah.
lots of effort is there. So if any
Yeah,
GUI is
I
there,
have
na, that
created
will be
in
very easy.
2012. I've created SSIS report basically a dashboard in SSIS report and SharePoint basically published on SharePoint in
Mhm.
2011 12. Yeah, that time. After
Or
that, everyone depending on. Hmm?
do we have something this on GitHub, some options or something which is, I mean, ready-made and which we can use and tweak it as per our requirement and use it for the SQL Server monitoring purpose?
Yeah. GitHub. I don't check that on GitHub, but yeah, we have a script. I have already created multiple script, more than 30, 35 script we have for the basic to advanced monitoring of SQL Server like performance tuning and other. So we have to just call that in SSRS or SSIS just to integrate that one
Yeah, I
for the
mean, in
native
the
monitoring.
GitHub might be something, right, which is compatible with this central
Yeah,
banking
I think
servers.
I get this requirement first time, so that I think that let me research on that. Okay,
Yeah.
if
And
I
if
get
you
that,
have
I can
some
just.
scripts, na, can you demonstrate couple of scripts, na? Come on.
Yes.
Na?
See, in this demo here, we have a monitoring part. See,
Okay.
yeah, we will discuss whole monitoring topic here. Okay, database
Okay.
level, user level, all these things. We have already script created. Basically, we use in previous companies. Basically, right now, we are not using anything. But yeah, I have created that document more than uh, 200 script we have. But I will show you main what are the pages, page life or buffer pools or number of connections, log file size, BLF size. We can check that on. CPU
Okay.
utilization by queries, top IO based queries. So we can check that one also. Yeah,
Yeah.
we have a script. Yeah, I can show you the like we have it here. See, DB important. So I've created in 2011, I think, or 10. So too many script here. See here, 2012. See, so more than that. Yeah. See, all we can check that on a script here. More than 30, I think. On daily basis, we can use that one. 32.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is very frequently used. So we can just take in monitoring session. Okay.
Okay.
So we will
Acha,
cover two.
what if we want to migrate an Oracle database into SQL Server? So what is the flow of doing that?
Yeah, data migration. So I will cover tomorrow, but let's say a hint here like that. We have just in SQL Server or any Oracle, we have a we can say that linked server. Okay, you using I think that server role is linked server. Okay, so we can map here any RDBMS here. Okay, just go to that link server, create link server, and we have to just provide here the link server name and provider. See, and we can integrate and then we can call that TLSQL and all, or you can import data from their side.
So it will
Mm.
automatically import all the data from,
Now
from.
we have to just pass insert into command with that server name and there's a writing way. See, we can write like just an example. Let's see, I am on master database. Okay, And let's
Mhm.
see this database, like data file is on different database server. Okay. See, this is on different database server. Okay.
Mm.
So,
You can connect to demo and pull the
yeah,
data.
yeah. Yes. So like I can like select select start from or before after from we have to provide a server name. So basically we are on local server. So don't ask, not need to ask, but we have to just provide a database name and then the schema name. By default we have a DBO, a dat, and then we have a table name. So table name I think a DB, I think so, DB. So like this way you have to write. So here we have just passed that server name, Oracle server name, DB2 server name, whatever we have, and then we can select that one. See,
So,
I have
so
further mark.
there is not a end-to-end automated process. We need to we have to pull the
No,
data table by table.
yes. So we
Okay.
have we can say that tool that is migration assistance.
Hmm.
Let's come to that portion, planning. Yeah, yeah. First we run that a smart tool, download this smart tool, this one. So this we can see here, we can migrate Oracle SAP basis all the databases to the SQL
Hmm.
Server. So this is a tool. So
Okay.
we have to install this and then we can check the reports, any data type mismatch, data corruption and whatever, we can get a report also. So we
Oh,
can
great. So
see
it
that.
we get the report directly, all
Yes,
the
yes, all these things.
mismatches.
Yes, 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 totally. He will show it. So if we are going for migration or somewhere, I written that one. We can check in this one, backup and recovery maintenance. We can see that. Okay, I will show you the demo basically. How can we migrate from MySQL or any? We can install MySQL here also and import some data. Okay, and check
Okay.
that one. This is what ESMA. Okay, and upgrade also we have upgrade. We can say in place upgrade or parallel upgrade. So you can use this tool basically. Anything else for today? Else we can start from third day, that is agent and then maintenance and then some migration and upgrade also. Okay, here we can write
Oh,
something instance. Yeah.
okay, Suresh. Yeah.
Okay, I think we can wrap for today and we will
Mhm.
discuss tomorrow agent and maintenance part. Okay, third or fourth we can see, try to complete that one. Okay, else we can do for that. Yeah, agent is a half an hour, but yeah, maintenance, yeah, we can cover third and fourth day tomorrow. Okay, please try to
Okay.
join on it. Yeah, thank you. So let's have a nice day. Thank you. Bye bye.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank
Suresh.
you.
Just
Bye
please
bye.
send that data, no? The for today's.
PPT.
PPT. Yeah, yeah, sure, sure. Yeah, thank you.
uh,
Yeah, bye bye.